Hello and welcome again. It's Chris of Chrscraft here, bringing you this game in the MLG Providence not round of 5, winners round 5, that's the one I was looking for. Best of 3 between Naniwa and HuK. This game is on Antigua Shipyard, MLG Antigua Shipyard. The gold minerals are still here in this game. I'm pretty sure that's been changed in some version of the map. I can't entirely remember which one, but apparently not at Providence. So I believe I misinformed you at an earlier video. We see pylons going down as we do normally. HuK in the top right hand corner of Antigua Shipyard and Naniwa in bottom left hand corner. Force cross positions on this map, so there's no risk of your opponent spawning here or here. You know exactly where your opponent is at the start of the game. Reasoning for that is in TVP or anything with Terran in it, you stick siege tags there, you get vision and you nuke their base. Little bit of design flaws with this map, but it's very nice if you disable the cross positions, as tournaments do. This map very favoured, in fact. Usually, I mean, sort of, you'd have different go-to maps. Zalnaga Caverns was a favourite of most people, but Antigua Shipyard is slowly replacing that as a map that people will pick as a map they like, and I think I agree. There's quite a nice range of things you can do. This natural is quite easy to defend, except from the helium pressure, and this third base is something that you can take quite well, and in addition the rush distance is, you know, it's moderately long, but in the meantime you also know where your opponent is, so this is effectively a two-player map. So yeah, there's a range of strategies you can do, and I believe it's very popular for that reason. It allows you to pull off a number of things, and I don't know what we're going to see seeing from both our players. We see HuK getting a second gas, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see some, say, robo play from HuK. Naniwa is building a zealot here, while HuK is skipping it. He may be going immediately for the stalker, or just saving his gas for a little bit of tech, or perhaps a sentry. Players who go robo will generally delay other things in order to get the gas they require for the robo. We see warp gate going down. Warp gate, even if you're going robo, is still absolutely essential in not dying. We will see the stalker come out slightly before Naniwa's stalker, but I mean, it won't get anywhere near the base in time, and Naniwa does have zealot stalker, or rather will do when this stalker comes out. We see 2 more gates being added on for HuK, so we could see a 3-gate sentry expand. It does happen in PvP, not massively often. It's fairly safe, but you don't manage to get any tech, and a particularly good 4-gate can kill you. Alternatively, we could see a robotics facility going pretty much down pretty much immediately, but by the look of this probe, nope, this probe is going down there. Nope, never mind me. Pushing in with the stalker here at the front, just getting an idea of what we're going to see. So from HuK we could see a Twilight Council, like Naniwa has a Twilight Council coming down. I assume we'll be seeing Blink or possibly DTs, both players on 2 gas, so we're not going to see any 4 warp gates from either player here, or at least I would be very surprised if we do. Twilight Council just finishing up from Naniwa down here. I would say he's pretty much immediately going to go into Blink. Maybe. There we go. Blink going down for Naniwa. No robotics from Naniwa yet, which means it's going to be slightly less effective. There's rules being changed about how the ramps affect vision. Usually you could hop up, so you could sort of get vision on the high ground, then blink all your stalkers up. You can't do that now if it's force fielded, so you have to get this robotics facility for an observer before you can do that. And we see HuK getting an observer, well, HuK getting a robotics facility and 3 sentries, so I believe we're going to see him expanding here in a minute. His probe definitely making it look like it. So we're going to see a 3-gate robo blink from Naniwa, and a 3-gate robo expand from HuK. Both players you know, looking pretty good in different areas. HuK's going to be able to probably hold any aggression that comes from Naniwa. Both players probably getting an observer right now. There we go, and chrono boosting them out. HuK pulling back with this force now that he's dropped his expansion. No sign of any expansion from Naniwa. He's not saving any minerals at all. He's just adding to this stalker count. And Blink is about to finish. So I wonder if we'll see Naniwa move out a bit and maybe secure an expansion behind it. We do see his observer coming out now, so we might see some pressure here. Obviously these sentries not particularly good against sentries, obviously not particularly good against Blink Stalkers. Blink Stalkers can quite easily pick them off, and also the obvious advantage of sentries is being able to force field ramps, and ramps aren't so useful if they can just blink around them. Here we see Naniwa cleaning out this forward pylon from HuK. I might be doing that for the early aggression. Nothing serious in that early aggression. Oh, are we going to see this? And that observer is picked off from HuK, leaving HuK without an observer. I believe we'll see him build another one. And we see Blink coming from HuK as well. I think Naniwa's squandering his advantage here a little bit. He is getting a expansion, but HuK's is already down. And this his advantage here, his edge, to talk Day 9 speak, is that he got this very fast blink, and he only has 50 seconds of this maneuverability being better than HuK's. And I think he's blown this a little bit here. This could have been much, much better. And we see the observer coming in, and we are going to see a big blink up to the high ground. But if you can do enough damage for this, it will be fine. But he should have probably done this a bit before. Do we see a blink? There we go. We see a blink up onto the high ground, and we see HuK moving in to defend. This pylon being picked off by Naniwa, and picking off that observer. No, not quite. That observer goes down, and a nice set of force fields here, and a nice bit of damage. And what? Oh, that was Naniwa force fielding. Obviously that's a very, very good idea. Blinking down onto the low ground, I don't think that gets into a straight on fight with these stalkers. No blink micro, because both of them have just blinked. There we go, there's a bit of blink micro from both players, and it looks like HuK is going to clean this up, going in for the offensive blink there, picking off these stalkers with no health, and Naniwa's army looks like it's going to get destroyed here. I mean, he did quite a reasonable amount of damage. He killed off a pylon, did quite a lot of damage to this army, but this leaves HuK with quite a considerable army, and I don't know, they're about the same on tech. On the other hand, Naniwa did a lot of damage to HuK's probes, which, you know, he's 8 probes up, and this expansion has got up from Naniwa now. Interestingly, I believe HuK is still probably ahead here. He does have this army which allows him to put on a bit of pressure for some more units from Naniwa, and chrono boost probes out in the meantime. I mean, he doesn't need to worry about his army for a while. Maybe he might think about getting Colossus tech. We do have the Robo down, and this would be a good time to do it while he can put some pressure on. We do see him picking off this pylon at the edge of this base. The obvious advantage of having this observer, and another observer coming up from Naniwa, who lost it in that small engagement there. We see a pylon going down at the Zelnaga tower, so we could see some prolonged aggression from HuK while he continues to build this economy. No, he's completely cut. Oh no, he hasn't completely cut probes. He's just building probes on one nexus, or not at all. I don't know. What is HuK doing? I would imagine he'd be like chrono boosting out all of the probes, but apparently not. We do see him building some more stalkers in the center of the map here, so we could see him commit to this kind of aggression. Oh no, there's probes again. We've just delayed it a little bit to get a few more stalkers out. Immortal's very, very good against stalkers, but this is quite a lot of stalkers. Naniwa could lose this base if he just keeps force fielding this. Oh no, there we go. Blink over those force fields, but obviously losing the massive advantage he has as a result of having those immortals. HuK having to back out here, and the game suddenly isn't looking as good for HuK. HuK down 6 probes, and down on army as well. There are 3 immortals from Naniwa, no immortals, and he's only 1 zealot up. So that's quite a significant amount to be down. I wonder if HuK knows how much down he is in this game. 3 sentries being warped in. I believe he should probably go immortal, but he's getting out this observer. These immortals very, very effective against stalkers. If we see, they do 50 damage versus armored, and stalkers are armored. So you can see they're armored and mechanical. So 50 damage. So you can, you know, pretty much 3-shot a stalker. It's actually 4-shot. But you know, I'm sure you'll take damage from some other source in the meantime in a battle. But anyway, immortals are very, very effective against stalkers, and stalkers obviously seen to be the go-to unit in PvP, and we might see a little bit of engagement here at the front. And we do see charge coming out from Naniwa and a Templar Archives from both players, while Naniwa is also adding on 3 gates. So Naniwa is looking in the commanding position in this game. We do see this Templar Archive and 5 gates coming out from Naniwa, so we could see some very potent aggression very, very soon. That's a total of 8 gates, I believe. Yes, a total of 8 gates to a significantly lower quantity for HuK. That's not what I was looking for. But still, he will be down on gateways, which means this push coming out of Naniwa, especially as he also has the economy to back this up. HuK not chrono boosting out probes anymore. I think that's a mistake. An Archon coming for Naniwa here. Warped in some High Templar, immediately transferred them to Archons. We'll see another Archon in a second. There we go. We haven't seen any High Templar from HuK yet. He is just going to blink up into this base. There we go. And try to block this robotic facility. This could be pretty bad if he manages to get this for Naniwa. He could fall back a bit of an advantage. But, oh, does he get away? No, he's going to take some losses on these stalkers. He does need to get away fairly soon, as much as he can with these stalkers. But no, they're going to be chased away, and there are some more reinforcements from HuK here, having to force Naniwa back. There's an immortal there. Those stalkers definitely don't want to get that, and he blinks out. All in all, a profitable engagement from HuK, and it looks like he's gearing up to take a 4th. That's 400 minerals. No, he's warping in 4 High Templar. Never mind me. So we're going to see some Chargelet, Zealot, Sentry, Archon, Stalker action from HuK. Pretty much the same, except replace Stalker with Immortal in this mix-up. Also no Sentries. Charge Zealots obviously very effective. Charge Zealots will cut up Immortals. Interestingly, we do see a 3rd base coming down for HuK, but we also see HuK breaking through these back rocks, which means he may be able to put some pressure onto this 3rd that has just come up, and we could see a bit of an engagement here. HuK very much out of position. These sentries shouldn't be there, and some force fields there being broken by the Archons. Archons are massive units, and it looks like these stalkers are being absolutely cut to pieces by these zealots here. And it looks like HuK's going to lose this engagement and gets away with a few stalkers. Sees this forward pylon here, and GG. Yes, I don't see HuK coming back from that. Significantly down on army. 6 immortals. Anything that's armoured is going to get shredded out of there. Our Archons, I know they're just psionic and massive, but anyway, stalkers will get absolutely ripped to pieces by 6 immortals, and these zealots. Yeah, I agree with the decision to GG. HuK obviously in a really bad position, especially with this 3rd base about to come up for Naniwa. So that leaves the series 1-1 in the MLG Providence Winners Round 5 game between Naniwa and HuK. The next map pick is HuK's, and he picks Shattered Temple. So I will be back in a few minutes with that game.